And good evening, everyone. Welcome into Fredonia High School, where we have this high school basketball matchup between the Fredonia Hillbillies and the Olean Huskies, as the Huskies come in with a 10-5 record and the Hillbillies a 10-4 record. Good evening. I'm Kevin Syracuse alongside Kevin Ludlow. And Kevin, I think we're in for a good one tonight.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I mean, this is the kind of rivalry that we've came accustomed to, from in recent memory. You have to date back all the way to 2016 from my most recent memory, where these two teams battled it off, and they had such high-powered offenses. Of course, for Fredonia, they had their big five with Michael Pucci, Giovanni Ruiz, Eric Sawyer, and all those guys. And then you got the dominance of the Olean Huskies, who, since Coach Anastasia has been their head coach, have been the powerhouse of Section 6, multiple state titles, and just completely dominating the Class B1. I mean, this team is just, this team was performing on another level, and Coach Anastasia had brought out the best of their players, and now, it's going to be interesting to see, how this rivalry is going to be renewed here tonight.
Yeah, the Huskies aren't as dominant as we've grown to being used to, as you were saying. They're now coached by Tim Kolosinski, and like I said, they're 10-5, which is still a nice record, but usually at this point in the year, we're used to 15 wins for Olean.
Well, I mean, it's for their standards. It's kind of like, for football, it's kind of like going like you're 9-7 or going 10-6. Like it's average. It's not great
for them. Yeah.
And you kind of, in a way, in a high school level, they're kind of like the New England Patriots of this Section 6, like I mentioned. So we're expecting this team going like 15-1, or being undefeated up into this point. So for them to go be 10-5, it's almost kind of a shock to me.
Yeah. So taking a look at their previous games here, they come in on a 4-game winning streak. They beat Dunkirk 82-28. Then they beat Chautauqua Lake 95-69. They defeated Southwestern 62-47, and then they beat a AA team in Hilton 67-62. So they started 6-5, but I think they've been starting to figure out their old ways as of late.
Absolutely, and I think underneath them, like a new head coach, because like I said before, this is a new head coach. This is their first new head coach for since Anastasia probably started long ago. So this is a new coach, new feeling, new offense, new defense. So this team has to try to figure out, like, what's this going to be their identity? What's the motion of this? What's the direction this team is going to go in terms of like how they're going to handle the schematics and all that kind of stuff. So, and I think the win against the AA team, really boosted their confidence, as well as the other ones as well. I mean, let's face it, you're going up against the Dunkirk team, who's still in a rebuild mode. Chautauqua team, that's still trying to figure out their post Devin Pope kind of scenario. So coming away with those kind of wins, that definitely was a confidence booster. But that winning against that AA team was over the top. So now this team's really feeling good.
And then on the other side, Fredonia, they've been pretty hot as of late too. Now their last game was last Thursday right here against Allegheny Limestone, a game which they were defeated 62-49. But before that, they had a 4-game win streak themselves. They beat Olean 74-61 in Olean. They defeated Dunkirk 61-37. They beat Chautauqua Lake 54-44, and then Southwestern 96-55. So again, we should be in for a good one. As this is over the last few years, it's turned into a little bit of a rivalry because both programs have been very good programs as of late. So
I mean, you're talking about these two teams and the stepping stone, and where they were competing in the playoffs, and the winner of the game of that game was going to be the Section 6 crown title. And of course, Olean's had the best of Fredonia in recent memory, but it's still that kind of rivalry because Fredonia's always kept it good. And kind of the same thing with Fredonia coming in this year, except for just like a different vibe. This team, ever since that 2016 team, hasn't really been the same, in my opinion, because they were trying to find out, who is they're going to be their players, and they found him. They finally found him in Tyler Putney and Nick Whitfield. So now, Coach Nick Petrando is starting to really build the offense around them and going back into the old Fredonia that we're so accustomed to seeing, which is basically just like a balanced scoring and really focusing on defense and transitioning that turnovers into points for themselves.
Well, before we get more into the individual aspects of this game, we want to take a moment to pay our respects to all those that were involved in the devastating crash on Sunday. Just terrible, terrible, heartbreaking news. I'm still in shock after everything that happened. It just doesn't seem right to have Kobe Bryant not with us anymore.
And 41 years old too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I'll be the first to admit, when I found out about the news, I thought it was a straight lie. I mean, it was because, no offense, I mean, and I'm not a big fan of TMZ. I've never been. I don't like what they do. I don't like what they stand for. And when I found out that they were the first to report it, I thought it was just a sham. So that it was clickbait for the most part. And then all of a sudden, I'm starting to see more and more coming out of it. It's like, oh my goodness, this is real. This actually happened. And as the day progressed even further, we find out that it wasn't even just Kobe anymore. It was his daughter too, and of course the other other athletes as well. To which we thought that these people were going to be, they had such a career ahead of them, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of really excited to see the second part of Kobe's life after basketball. But what really hurt the most was that he was the type of guy, that he was such an icon for all of us. Like he was the guy that we grew up watching. And even if we were even when we were playing a pickup basketball game, every time we shot the ball, we were saying Kobe all the time. And to even make it, and what's even better about it too, is that Kobe was such a good player that, kids who are 9 to 10 years old, they're talking like him. They watched him in his prime time, and probably you and I have watched him for years. And these kids are talking about him like they were in our shoes. Like they watched greatness, and I'm like, that's that to me is how special Kobe Bryant was, and it's gonna be weird. It's still weird, and I think I'm still trying to process it for the most part. On Sunday I couldn't even watch a game. Whether it was hockey or basketball, I couldn't watch because it just didn't feel right. I wasn't in that mood to watch a game because this was hurtful, and I feel bad for all the families that suffered through all this loss, and I hope that they find a way to get over it, because it's really going to be a hard thing to do. But in all case scenarios, I wish them all the best, and hopefully for a strong recovery, because this is it's I can't imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, I like you, I was so shocked. I didn't think it was true at first either, because I saw the report and I was like, no, there's no way. Like, Kobe doesn't. Mambas don't die. Like,
no.
If anyone's gonna survive a helicopter crash, it's gonna be Kobe. He's gonna somehow land on his feet and save everyone else, because he's just that tough. And then as the reports started to come in, and more and more people started tweeting about it, I was like, man, this is true. Like, the Kobe Bryant is passed.
And what? The weird thing about this is too, we talk about Kobe like we knew him, all his life.
Yeah. Like
we were best friends with him, and simply that's not the truth at all. I wish I would have known Kobe Bryant. I wish I would have met him, but in a sense, I feel like I do know him, because for my life, I've watched him play, and it feels like that he's been a part of my life. In a lot of ways. Like if I tell my future kids someday, who was the best basketball player that you ever watched, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to tell him or her, I'm going to show you greatness and what that looked like, and I'm going to show him videos of Kobe Bryant, because he was such a guy. He didn't change the game, but he made it better, and he was such an icon for all those years.
Yeah, and like you said, he was just starting a second chapter of being a dad, being a filmmaker, a producer. Just all that stuff, all the off-the-court stuff that, kind of went unnoticed, because when he's on the floor, everyone's watching him.
We know him as basketball.
Yeah, but then he kind of didn't really fade away, because, obviously he's still Kobe and the cameras are still on him.
Well,
but
you never do.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff that kind of went unrecognized before,
And the
all
best
this
part
stuff
of it
with
is,
his daughters and his family. Like, I never knew he was that good of a guy outside of basketball.
Yeah, like he was so involved with his family. It was incredible. Again, like I don't know how they're going to go through. I don't know how they're going to get through this. It's such a tragedy, and again, I feel so sorry, and I offer my condolences. But in all reality, there's only so much you can have to give.
Well, we'll see if Fredonia does anything to honor him. The Fredonia fans page, they did tweet out earlier how it's purple and gold night here, so a lot of fans are wearing purple and gold in honor.
I didn't realize that. I'm seeing a lot of people as I walked in today, was wearing purple and gold, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool.
So with that, we will take a break as the starting lineups get announced and the national anthem.
Student athletes and cheer for their teams in a positive manner. The appropriate site personnel will address negative comments and behavior. Spectators should be loud, be proud, be positive toward all players, coaches, officials, and spectators. All spectators, please stay off the court before, during, and after the game. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game. Tonight's game is between the Olean Huskies and your Fredonia Hillbillies. Please stand for the national anthem sung tonight by Tim Davis.
Awesome job by a Fredonia student there, Tim Davis, as now we are getting to the starting lineups. First for Olean, number 3, Zion James. Number 10, Covey James. Number 11, Jason Brooks.
Number 23, Jackery McLean.
Number 23, Jackery McLean.
And number 42, Daniel Klein.
And number 42, Daniel
Tim
Klein.
Kolizinski, assisted by Sean Finch, Jared Child, and Brian Martin. And now for
So
the
there
Fredonia
is the
Billies.
starting 5 for the Olean Huskies,
Number 2,
and now for
Caleb
the
Ribby.
Fredonia Hillbillies, number 2, Caleb Ribby.
Number 3, Alex Schrader.
Number 3, a 5'8" guard, Alex Schrader.
Number 5, Tyler Putney.
Number 5, a 6'5"
Number
guard
22,
slash forward,
Patrick
Tyler Putney.
And number 23, Patrick Reading.
Number 22, a 6'4" sophomore forward, Nick Whitfield. And finally, number 23, Patrick Reading, a 6'2" senior forward. So no tribute to Kobe, but again, a lot of fans are wearing a lot of Kobe apparel, and even if it's not Kobe, just purple and gold. And one last thing I want to say about Kobe is that I think Kobe gave off the persona that he was kind of cocky and arrogant, and I got to be honest, I kind of, when I first started watching basketball, I kind of thought so too. But like as time went on, I realized he wasn't cocky in a sense that I'm better than you. I'm going to beat you because I'm better than you. It was more just that confidence, that Mamba mentality that I'm going to beat you because I put more work in than you did.
And that's exactly like what it really and that's exactly what it really was. I mean, he was the guy that, spent three hours in the gym, up early in the morning, ready to go. He didn't he wouldn't let anybody beat him easily. And I think that's like one of the things that we don't really talk about. He was the guy. Yeah, he was cocky, but he had every right to be. I mean, the guy really worked. He worked his butt off every single day in and out, and he earned that kind of respect. And that's why we call him. That's why we say the Mamba mentality, because it really has a trademark on it. It was him, really busting his butt and working hard.
Well, here we go. The opening tip-off, won by Fredonia. Here's Caleb Ribby. Ball gets worked around to Patrick Reading. Whitfield has it now. Back out to Schrader. Thought about the three. Now gives it up to Putney. Kicks it out to Reading. Down low to Whitfield. Jump stop, puts up the shot, and it's good. Nick Whitfield, who averages over 17 points a game, already has 2 here for the Hillbillies.
A nice little move, faking it into the outside and just creating some separation and going into the inside on that gap.
This is Covey James, now over to Jason Brooks. Zion James. Little handoff here, back to Brooks. He drives in, puts up the shot, and he is going to the line for 2. Zion James. I keep thinking either LeBron or Zion Williamson.
Well,
it's a combination of the two.
Exactly. Like I thought that even when they said Kobe, I thought they said Kobe. Because we were talking about Kobe so much that I was like, starting to become a pattern. And I'm like, oh man, this is not it.
First free throw is good.
That'd be a cool name though, for sure.
Second free throw from Brooks is good. So 2-2 here in the first minute of the game. Olean with the full court pressure here. The Hillbillies break it. This is Whitfield now. Schrader over to Ribby. He'll try a 3. That one's off the mark. Good hustle there from number 23, Jacare McLean. Now up to Klein. Nice spin move in the paint. Can't get it to drop. Reading with the rebound. Now up to Ribby. Here's Putney. Kicks it back out. Gets deflected, and James comes away with it.
Nope.
And lays it in.
Good hustle by James there. Very fast, very fluid. He was able to stay in bounds and just attacked.
Putney now with the jumper, in and out. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Tyler Putney is another one we talked about during the pregame. Another catalyst for this Hillbillies team, averaging just under 15.5 a game.
And that's exactly what we're going to need to see him. It's all about that second effort, because you're not going. There's going to be chances where you're not going to get a lot of open looks and make it on your first shot.
James tries that 3, and that one is short. And it'll go out of bounds and to Fredonia, as the Huskies will have a full court pressure now.
Oh, terrible job.
And
Quick
the steal
transition.
and the score from McLean.
Terrible decision by Ribby. You should have had Tyler Putney right open on the right side.
Whitfield now to Schrader in the corner for 3. That one is too strong. Tipped and rebounded by Brooks. Now up to James. He comes in with speed. Reverse layup, no good. Reading with the rebound.
Got too cocky
now up
there.
to Ribby, 2-on-1 here. Nice pass to Putney, and he finishes.
Good finish. Quick transition on that play there from Ribby to Tyler Putney. I don't know what was going on there. Excessive celebration.
The ref said leave it alone. I think there was a little bit of chirping going on.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the high intense rivalry. These two teams go way back. They completely have a history with each other.
6-6 is the score here in the first 3 minutes. James drives in
pick.
strong and finishes.
I love it. That was number 42 there. That was Daniel Klein there. He went to go in, kind of almost set an unintentional pick on that one. He shaped it up to look like he was going to box out, and that gave like an open lane for James to go into to make that easy layup.
Hillbillies break the full court press. Schrader puts up the shot, and it's good. Alex Schrader with his first points of the night. And here is Brooks. Over to McLean, back to Brooks. Pass down low to Klein, now back out. And that three-point shot is no good off the hand of James. Rebounded from Klein, but blocked from the Hillbillies. Now Brooks out top. Fresh 30 for the Huskies. Brooks drives in, puts up the shot, no good. Klein with the offensive rebound. His shot is no good, and the Hillbillies come away with it. This is Dom Gullo who just checked in for Ribby. Schrader drives in again, puts up the shot, and it's good again.
That was vintage Rajon Rondo on that play. I mean, Schrader was double teamed like the whole way through, but he still fought through it and broke off that double team and made a nice finish on with a layup.
So 10-8 is the score here in the first half of this first quarter. 4:12 to be exact left in the first quarter. So once again, Nick Whitfield comes into tonight's game averaging just over 17 a game. Tyler Putney averages 15.4, and Caleb Ribby averages just over 12. And then for Olean, their leading scorers this year, Covey James, he averages over 22 a game. And that is followed by Jason Brooks, who averages 13.5. And then Zion James and Daniel Klein average 9.5 each.
And it's kind of clear that what Fredonia's got to do, they're going to have to slow down Colby James because he's definitely their best player. Now for Fredonia, their offense is more balanced. You know, we have guys like Tyler Putney who scores averages about 15 points per game, but really it comes from a team balanced effort.
Fredonia playing a 2-3 zone now. Down low to Klein. His shot is too strong. Rebounded by Putney. Whitfield will carry it up now. Now up to Putney. Kicks it back out. Over to Reading. Down low to Whitfield. In the corner to Putney. He'll try the three. And that one is just a little short.
You have to get out of the corner. More times than not, unless you have an open shot, you got to get yourself out of that corner. You're only going to cause too much trouble.
Brooks over to number 10, Covey James. And his three-point shot is good, so 11-10 Olean. Little scoop pass there from Dom Gullo as he gets it back. And we're going to have a foul on, I believe that was number 3.
It's going to be on
Yep,
Schrader.
number 3, Zion James.
Oh, why they put it on the home side, though? That's my...
Schrader gets the inbounds pass. Out to Putney. He'll try another three, and that one's short. Rebounded by Gullo. And his shot is swatted. And Gullo had to smile at that one.
McLean is definitely feeling that one. That was a great block. I mean, Schrader didn't, Dom Gullo did a good job just hustling down and try to get that rebound. But, McLean was just there and just in enough time to make that swat away.
2:50 left in the first quarter here. 11-10 Olean. As the refs are still discussing something, I'm not sure what that was.
Still a lot of chirping going around.
Little double team here on the inbounds. Hillbillies get it out though. This is Nick Whitfield directing traffic. He gives it to Putney. Now out to Gullo. Reading, spin move into the paint.
Oh,
makes
man,
it,
travel.
but yeah, it took one too many steps.
And that's the only in defense that we're so accustomed to seeing. They're going to go full out zone on you, and they're going to play tight. And they got the guys to do it. They got a lot of speed from the point, from all the way from the point guard to the center.
So Ribby will come back in for Reading. The Hillbillies playing that zone. Here's James. He turns it over. Schrader slows it up. Now over to Gullo. Back out to Schrader. Nice entry pass to Putney. Gets double team. Spin move.
Oh,
Just a little too strong there.
got to finish.
Here's Brooks over to Zion James. Back out to Brooks. He'll try a deep three. And that one is nothing but net. Jason Brooks, the second leading scorer, buries that one, 14-10.
It was all the way from the white line too. That's college. That's a college 3-point line.
Schrader tries a deep three. No good, but rebounded by Putney, and the putback from Whitfield.
Oh, man.
No good, gets it back, and that one is no good.
Very unfortunate there. You got to be able to capitalize on that. That's 3 chances that you had and just couldn't get it through.
Another three from the Huskies, and that one's short off of the hand of Zion James. Loose ball gets picked up by McLean, and he puts it in, 16-10.
Sloppy play by Fredonia. Got to get those rebounds. Got to know your awareness.
Schrader over to Gullo. Back to Schrader. He drives in. Now out to Putney. 12 on the shot clock. Ball gets worked around to Gullo. He drives in, kicks it back out. 5, 4, 3. Whitfield puts up the shot. In and out. Ball gets tipped around to Ribby, and Fredonia gets a fresh 35 now. And they can just dribble out the first quarter here. 25 seconds left. Shot clock has turned off.
Well, either way, they're going to have to do something here. They got to come away with a basket, end this Olean run.
Schrader with 12 seconds. Bounce pass to Putney. He drives in, back to Schrader. Now Ribby. He'll try a three. And that one is in and out. 3 seconds left. Here's Zion James up the Klein. He'll put up the shot. Just a little too strong there. So with that, at the end of one quarter, Olean leads it 16-10. So Kevin, what did you see in that first quarter from both sides?
Well, I got to be honest. I mean, that was a great first start for Olean. We knew from the get-go this game was going to get intense. You know, these guys were getting chippy at each other. It was very back and forth. Olean started getting the slight advantage. And I mean, but for a lot of things, I mean, one of the things I really noticed is that Fredonia's got to do a better job just capitalizing on their opportunities. I mean, we saw times where, you know, they had chances of, you know, like 2 or 3 times, and they couldn't capitalize on it. You got to be able to score. You got to make the baskets. You know, when they come out of premium. I think so.
Yeah, you know, it was a pretty good quarter from both sides. You know, pretty even. I don't think Fredonia's doing anything too glaring where it's like, oh man, they definitely got to change this. You know, everything was there for them. I think they just had a lot of missed opportunities.
Oh yeah, for sure. But one of the things I would say that they need to desperately change is defense. I mean, they looked very sloppy underneath, and they're allowing a lot of open lanes for Olean to go through, and they're just not getting the defensive rebounds, and they're giving Olean more opportunities, and Olean's making them pay for it. So they got to clean up the defense here.
Well, we'll see what adjustments they made during that little break as second quarter is underway.
And the thing is that, you know, Fredonia's has the speed to really match Olean as well. So they can use it. They just got to be focused here, be disciplined.
Brooks now into James, and he puts up the shot, and that one is good.
Good stutter move by James there. Using the pump fake and then faking the rest of the defense out, creating a nice open lane for him to make that shot.
Putney tries to feed it to Ribby, but that one sails out of bounds.
You know, we were taught in basketball you can't do these don't do those overhead long shot, you know, passes, because oftentimes it just never works.
Brooks now gets it back, puts up the shot now, and that one is good. That was number 5, Camden McLean, who has checked into the game. So we might have a set of brothers here. We're gonna have a foul as the ball rolls right under our feet here. That's going to go on Camden McLean. Alex Schrader brings it up for the Hillbillies. Ribby now over to Schrader. His pass gets deflected and stolen by the Huskies. Now McLean, he'll try a three, and that one is just a little short. Rebounded by Schrader. Drives in, kicks it out to Putney. He's open for three, and it's good.
The Fredo's going to be calling a timeout here, but great job by Putney. Was open, took his time with it, and just had an excellent form.
So 20-13 is the score here in Fredonia. Once again, the Huskies are 10-5. The Hillbillies are 10-4. .6:42 left in the second quarter, as we have some cheerleaders and students doing some cartwheels next to us.
It's on yours.
Yeah. Both teams are coming back out onto the court. Timeout has ended. We apologize for any technical difficulties there. And here we go with Jason Brooks now. This is McLean. Now Klein. Brooks puts up the shot, and that one's short. And ball gets tipped around, recovered by Olean. The shot is no good from Covey James. Brooks gets it back out to James. And the shot is blocked by Tyler Putney. Dom Gullo now, up to Alex Schrader. Puts up another floater, no good, rebounded by James. He looks to push, puts up the shot. That one is no good, rebounded by Fredonia. Putney to Whitfield. Thought about that three, now he drives in. Turnaround, and that one gets swatted back. And the Hillbillies recover, but Putney is off the mark on that three. Brooks tries to feed it down low to Klein, but that one goes off of his hands, and Fredonia will be taken over.
You know, that's three opportunities where Fredonia could have, cut into this lead a little bit here, or cut into this deficit, excuse me. And, they just couldn't capitalize on it. And their last series, Nick Whitfield just kind of got a little too cute on that one. And because of that, Olean read that move perfectly.
Hillbillies break the full court press. Schrader now over to Ribby, down low to Reading. Backs down his defender, puts up the shot, and one. Strong take there from Patrick Reading, and he's going to the line for the traditional three-point play.
And then Olean got fooled on that play. I think that was number 42. That was Daniel Klein, who was blocking Reading actually quite well, but he got fooled on the pump fake, and Reading was able to go up with it on a nice hoop.
And the free throw from Reading rolls in and out, as the score is 20-15 here. McLean drives in and kicks it out to James. His corner three is off the mark. Ball goes to Gullo. Drives in, kicks it out. Ribby will try a three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Gullo. Puts up the shot, and it's good. Dom Gullo with another offensive rebound and is back to a one-possession game.
Great job by Dom Gullo. I'll tell you what, he came there, he's undersized, undermatched there, but somehow he was able to get the rebound and go back up with it for a basket.
Covey James gets it back from Brooks, drives in now, finds Klein, and he finishes down low. 22-17.
Great move by Covey James, attacking the basket and sucking in that defense. That left Klein wide open underneath.
Good pressure again from Olean as the ball goes out of bounds. Putney will be throwing it in for Fredonia.
Well, one of the things that hasn't really changed about Olean is that they still play a tough defense. You know, they're still going to come at you, and they're not going to give you anything easy here. Fredonia's got to come to a realization of that, and they're going to have to try to find an answer for it quickly.
Schrader now puts a spin move on his defender, now finds Putney. His three is off the mark once again. Now over to Schrader. Reading, back to Schrader. Fredonia running their offense here. Schrader gets it back. Now over to Gullo. Ribby to Reading. Reading drives in, puts up the shot. Just a little short there. Now up to James. Strong take, and that one rolls in. Another strong take from the leading scorer for the Huskies.
I mean, unbelievable move there. He's got such finesse on that play, and then he can go up with it, and you can almost kind of expect for him to make it, just automatic for him.
Dom Gullo now handling point guard duties. He drives in, splits the defenders, now kicks it back out. Here's Tyler Putney to Schrader. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gullo now in the corner. He drives in, finds Ribby in the corner. His three-point shot is too far to the left. And now, wild pass from Brooks. Tried to feed it back to James, and it's going to go out of bounds, but it will stay here.
And one of the things I've noticed so far with this Olean defense is that the fact that they're allowing Fredonia to pass the ball around the three-point line, but when it comes to underneath the basket, it's almost as if they don't. It's almost non-existent. So they're forcing Fredonia to hit the three.
Covey James drives in again. Another strong take, puts up the shot. That one's too short. Rebounded by Putney. Reading out to Whitfield. Now this is Putney. Gullo to Reading. Over to Ribby, down low to Whitfield. He gets quadruple teamed. Someone's got to be open. They find it to Putney, but they turn it over here. Now Covey James all alone, and he lays it in. And that's going to force Nick Bertrando to call a timeout. A full timeout, he says.
Well, I would have. I mean, if I was Ribby, I would have just pulled the trigger and shoot it. You were left wide open at the three-point line, and just take the opportunity, because now you just turned the ball over, and that from there it went to a quick fast break for Olean, and Colby James just took full out advantage of it.
And like I said, Whitfield was getting quadruple teamed. He had 4 guys collapse on him, and then when he threw it back out,
Ribby was wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, the three-point line has not been working well for Fredonia here tonight, but you still got to be able to take the opportunity when you come. Because right now, going up against a team like Olean, regardless of the record, there's still going to be a tough team you're going to play against. And so points is going to come at a premium. So you have to take advantage of what you can get.
I mean, last Thursday when I was doing the game with Greg on WDOE, Fredonia's, what was working for them was Nick Whitfield driving to the basket, because even if he wasn't making it, he was getting fouled, and he made 14 straight free throws.
Exactly.
So if I'm Fredonia, I'm getting Nick Whitfield going here as he throws this one out of bounds, forcing another turnover for Fredonia.
Well, here's the thing though. You're looking at with Nick Whitfield. He's got a good move. He can make a quick step here and there, but Olean's is crashing down underneath the basket. So they're basically eliminating what Nick Whitfield does so well. So now you're going to have to focus on everybody else getting open and trying to make the baskets. And so far, it has not worked well.
Yeah, I got to give Olean credit, because they've been playing some tough defenses. That three-point shot is no good off of the hand of Camden McLean. Now Schrader races up the court. Nice move, but he can't finish. Tipped by Whitfield. Gets his own offensive rebound, and it'll go out of bounds and stay here.
And that right there is one of the reasons why we say how special Nick Whitfield is as a player. I mean, he was quadruple team, but yet his height gives him the advantage and allows him to get up there and get that ball, especially over 3 guys.
Ribby's 3 is too strong. So another 3 missed by Fredonia as the Huskies turn over. Schrader looks to push. Now kicks it back out to Gullo. Whitfield, he drives in and puts it right in as the score is now 26-19 with a minute left.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about there. Giving Nick Whitfield the opportunity to go attack the basket, he's going to make you pay for it 10 out of 10.
Jason Brooks. Over to McLean, back to Brooks. Now this is Jacare McLean. Now out to Brooks, over to the other McLean. Brooks drives in to McLean, his three. No good, and it's going to go off of Camden McLean, and Fredonia will take over with 36 seconds left. So if I'm Fredonia, I'm holding for one shot here. It's only separated by 1 second. Ribby now gets it past the half-court line. And here's Schrader. $20 seconds left.
Somebody's got to move around. You can't just sit there. You got to move around. Set up some screens or something. You got to do something.
As the Hillbillies will let this run down. Now Ribby drives in. Puts up the turnaround jumper, and it's good. And the full court heave is no good from Brooks, and that will do it for the first half here in Fredonia, as we have a score of Olean 26 and Fredonia 21. So all in all, a pretty good half from each squad, but obviously a lot of things to clean up in the second half for both teams as well.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think Olean really had a good, strong first half. I think that, they really played everything solidly. Like I said, they were forcing Fredonia to get out of their comfort zone and try to see what else can be working for them. And, Fredonia hasn't really answered the call. And defensively, forget about it. Olean's defense has shown to be a little unstoppable. Fredonia's has caught a break here and there. But, it's been really Olean. This is, the score says 26-21, but really this has been a dominant first half by Olean.
What do you have for individual stats here, Kevin? Who are the leading scorers?
Well, right now we got Colby James leading both sides with 12 points here, and then followed by Tyler Putney with 7 as the second lead for all scorers. But really, it's been kind of just the Colby James show here. The kid has just been incredible. Now we don't have the full stats with you right now, but the way that he's been playing this first half, he could be on track for a double-double. That's what I'm very confident of that. The amount of steals that he's gotten and the assists, we could be seeing a double-double here from him tonight if he continues to play. If he continues to have if he has a strong second half like he did in the first.
Yeah. So Fredonia's main thing is going to be trying to slow him down and try to cool him off and try to heat up Nick Whitfield in the second half, I'd say. Him and Putney, for that matter.
Well, I think in all retrospect, yes, you got to have to find some ways to get Nick Whitfield open, but it can't be the ways that you're so accustomed to doing. You're going to have to try something else. And I think that, on some levels, you're going to have you might have to spread them out a little bit, maybe start setting some screens, because looks like the way that Olean's been playing so far in this first half, they're playing a hard zone. They're playing a soft zone with a little man-to-man. So they're kind of like a sprinkle of that one. And that's kind of like a vintage Coach Anastasia type of defense of what you've been so accustomed to seeing. And they'll find some ways to eliminate your best player, and that's exactly what they've done. So, therefore, I think somebody else is going to have to step up, because this is Olean's main priority. Stop Nick Whitfield. So I want to see Tyler Putney get something going. I want to see Alex Schrader get something going. I want to see Caleb Rigby get something going, because these guys need to step it. These guys need to step it up big time. It can't be just all Nick Whitfield, saving the day here, because Olean's going to shut him down, and that's what we saw in the first half. You got to try something else.
Well, we'll see what adjustments each team makes during halftime, and with that, we will take a break, and we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes to get you ready for the start of the second half. Why would he post? And welcome back to the Fredonia High School gym here on this Thursday night as the Olean Huskies have a 5-point lead at the half over the Fredonia Hillbillies, 26-21. Now, Kevin, I kind of left it a little vague when we hit the break by saying, you know, got to cool down Kobe James and try to heat up Nick Whitfield. But, you know, taking it a step further, I think Fredonia, you know, on both sides, on defense, got to tighten up a little bit on defense. And on offense, I think they need to run their offense a little bit more. They've been settling for a lot of threes, and they haven't been dropping. I mean, obviously, if they've been dropping, great, but that hasn't been the case tonight.
And one of the things that we've noticed throughout the first half was that, you know, Olean's allowing that. They're going to allow you to have those easy passes, you know, out of the side of the three-point line. They're basically saying to you, beat us from the three-point line. Be Steph Curry and beat us that way. If you're going to win, beat us that way. But you're not going to get inside our basket. We're gonna shut that down on you. And that's exactly what they're doing well. And let's face it, I mean, you guys, for Fredonia, you got guys who could probably make a three here and there. But when you're thinking, when I see guys like Tyler Putney and I'm seeing Nick Whitfield, I see them as making strides and attacking the basket. I don't see them merely making too many shots from the three-point line, although we've seen Tyler Putney win the three-point contest 2 years ago right here on this very court, if I do say so myself. So we're going to have, but they're going to have to see that. Either you're going to try to find a way to break that zone defense of Olean, or you're just going to have to start making more threes. This is literally how you're going to beat Olean. Your shots are going to come. Shots have been coming to premium for them. So when they come, you have to take advantage of that. That, for me, is my game time adjustment. And then defense, you have to react better. They were flat defensively, and they were allowing too many open lanes for guys like Kobe James to attack. And because of that, they were having a lot of easy layups. And if it weren't for easy layups, then there was going to be a lot of offensive rebounds. So they got to clean that up on defense. And
there were a lot of turnovers, too. Now, credit to Olean. They play a very strong, tough defense. They have that full-court press. But Fredonia's got to do a better job of ball security, too.
You can't panic. Yeah, you really can't panic at all. Like if you've seen this kind of full court presses. I mean, I've noticed a lot of teams in Section 6 do that. They're gonna put up that full court press on you just to put pressure on you to see if you're gonna turn the ball over. And right now, Fredonia was got into a full out panic, and they just couldn't come in and answer. And we've seen them trapped inside the corner over here, just trying to kick the ball out where. And then from there they were just causing turnovers. So I mean, Fredonia, if you're gonna see this full court press, you gotta be calm and just focus on you. Just if you don't find anything open, just look. Don't panic. Look, and do not eliminate your dribble either, because that's gonna be your best friend here tonight as well.
Well, here we go. Start of the second half is underway as Alex Schrader starts things off for Fredonia. Now Ribby, he'll try a three right off the bat. And it'll go out of bounds, and Fredonia will get another shot at it. So both teams come out with their starters. Now this is Schrader. Ooh. Almost stolen. Now Whitfield drives in, puts up the shot. No good. And saved? No, okay. Good hustle there from Ribby, but he was on the line as he threw that back in. And Olean will get the ball.
Kobe James has got, he's got the hops, but Nick Whitfield still has those long arms. He's got to use it to his advantage.
James drives in. Nice move behind the back. Now spins around, puts up the shot. And they're going to get Nick Whitfield on the foul.
Well, Kobe James is going in on, was trying to do a little spin move, trying to gain some separation against Nick Whitfield. And, I thought Nick Whitfield did a good job up to that point where, he was sticking to Kobe James, but, he swatted his arm down. And, and the rule of thumb is you got to keep your hands up. You do not bring your arms down for any reason until that play is until the play is dead completely.
James goes 1 out of 2 from the stripe. And the Huskies come out with that full court press again. Schrader breaks it. Now over to Putney. Down low to Reading. Nice jump stop, but he can't finish.
He put himself in the gym on that one.
Brooks puts up the shot. A little too strong there. Tipped around. McLean gets right under the hoop. Now out. This is Kobe James. He'll drive in. Puts up the shot. No foul. But Klein's there for the rebound, and he puts it up and in.
Oh, what we got here?
I think the official said my time.
He's
So
talking to Kobe James here.
So Schrader will get it over the half-court line. Now hand it off to Reading. Gets it back from Whitfield. Ribby over to Putney. He'll try a three. And it's good. Tyler Putney connects on the three. 29-24.
He's got 10 on the night here. Good job by him. Quick releases.
Brooks drives in. Puts up the shot. Wow.
How did he make that? That was incredible.
It was like a scoop layup and a floater all at once.
On double coverage, too.
Yeah.
On the ad.
And on a bad angle.
Yeah. That's all float right there.
Schrader to Whitfield. Now out to Putney. Schrader. Spins around his defender. Now over to Ribby. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. And they try to dump it down low to Putney, and they're going to get Ja'Caree McLean on the foul.
I see what they were trying to do there for Tyler Putney. They were a little bit late on the passing there. Once you get that single coverage, you got to make it. Oh, Tyler Putney for three again.
Putney connects on another three. 4-point game.
Incredible shot there.
Well, there you go, Kevin.
A little contested.
Just like you said during the halftime break, as Brooks misses that one, and Fredonia turns it right back over to Zion James here. Now he gives it to Kobe James. Tries to go behind his back, dribbles it off his foot, and Whitfield picks it up. Now gives it to Reading. Muscles his way through and finishes down low.
Fredonia's starting to get that hot hand there. Great job by Patrick Reading. Out physically in his opponent.
31-29, and Olean will call a timeout. So, you know, they're doing a little bit of both of our advice here, Kevin. Fredonia's doing what you said in, you know, if they're giving you the three, you got to be able to make it.
Yeah.
And so far they are. And like I said, they're driving to the hoop more and getting more looks inside the paint.
And one of the reasons why they're doing that now, how it's working right now, is because they're going more of a fast pace. Where in the first half they were just taking their time, and that allowed the defense to get set up there. When really, you know, I think you need to start playing in more of a high tempo game now, because that way you're starting to get more of those one-on-one coverages. And I think one of the guys who really does it very well on one-on-one, and we don't talk about him as a lot, is Patrick Reading. I mean, we just saw him out-muscle Klein there on a one-on-one, and Klein's probably a little bit bigger than Patrick Reading, but somehow in some way he was able to out-muscle him and get away from that basket. So, this is what they're going to have to do now. They're going to have to start playing a little bit more high-tempo offense.
Well, it's back to a 2-point game now. 5:04 left in the third quarter. 31-29 is the score here. Ja'Caree McLean will be inbounding it to Jason Brooks. Brooks now to Kobe James. Step back three. Short. Rebounded by Reading.
Too much of a fade for Kobe James on that one.
Dom Gullo over to Putney. He'll try another three. Puts it in.
Oh, man.
Tyler Putney starting to heat up here, and Fredonia has their first lead
Oh, that's just incredible. 3 for 3 to start the third quarter. You can't get better than that.
Kobe James tries another three, and he's off the mark again. Kevin, did Fredonia lead in the first quarter at all?
No, not. Oh, actually, they did for like a brief second. They were leading 2-0.
Yeah, so Fredonia has their first lead in a while as Ribby has it down low. Now out to Whitfield. He drives in, kicks it out. Putney will try another three. Puts it in. Tyler Putney really heating up here.
He's heating up. He's 4 for 4. The kid's unstoppable.
As he now has 19 in the game.
He's got a hot spot right there. It's going to be on that right-hand corner. And I'll tell you what, even he's been having the open looks, and this is what I've been saying. This high type of offense might be something that Fredonia, might be that might be working for them. And we're starting to see that where Tyler Putney, you give him the ball, if you pass the ball very cleanly, hit him in his chest where he can make, where he can get his hands in a good position, chances are 10 out of 10, you're going to make that shot because it's a clean pass, it's a clean transition. So as soon you're not resetting or anything like that. That's one of the things that they teach you so well. 4 for 4 in the third quarter at the 3-point line. Tyler Putney. We said that we needed somebody else to have us step it up, and he's been the guy to call.
Yeah, we said it's either going to have to be Putney or Whitfield, or even someone else that's going to have to step up. But so far it has been Putney. 35-31 now. Kobe James drives in, and they're going to get him on the offensive foul as he threw his elbow into, who was that, Ribby?
Yeah, I think that was Ribby. Great job. Great job by Ribby, just selling it. That's all he had to do, just sell it. Because we knew that, Kobe James was going to attack the basket and try to take matters into his own hands. And all that Fredonia had to do, just step right up and then just play it out. They were in the quadruple teaming anyway, so it was either going to go one or two ways.
Fredonia turns it over now. Here's Brooks, 1-on-2, and he finishes. 35-33. Whitfield bullet pass, and they turn it right back over, and Ribby's going to pick up a foul. Looks like Nick Whitfield is ready for a baseball season too.
I think so. I mean, that was a cannon. He's starting to show why he was the quarterback.
Quarterback and pitcher.
Exactly. But with that basket, that ended a 9-0 run on Fredonia.
James drives in, now kicks it out, and now Olean turns it over.
Now we're starting to see a change of momentum now.
Yeah, so a series of turnovers here in the third quarter from both squads.
I don't know what was said in the locker room during the halftime, but whatever Nick Petrando said, it obviously worked.
Well, he was quite frustrated at the end of the first half, so.
I mean, I would be too.
Yeah.
And he's one to show his emotion too, so he's not afraid to let you know.
Schrader now to Putney, down low to Reading. Uses his body again, gets the offensive rebound, and that one's blocked by James. Now here comes Brooks. Out to James. Step back jumper. It's good. Nice behind the back move there. And step back from Kobe James. And now here comes Nick Whitfield. Muscles his way through. A little too strong, gets his offensive rebound, puts it back up.
Too much. Oversold it on that one.
McLean with the rebound. All tied up here. As that three-point shot is good from Zion James, and Olean regains the lead.
And that's his first basket of the night, too. Wide open at the corner.
Schrader over to Gullo. Now to Putney. Another three. That one's short. Tipped out to Reading. Down low to Whitfield. Puts up the shot. It's good. 38-37.
Great job by Putney. Put up the pump fake, and then hit it on with a move.
Nice find from Brooks to Klein. And with 2 minutes left, we have ourselves a three-point game. Another Fredonia turnover. Another nice find. That's Kobe James to Brooks now, and Brooks finishes. So Olean turning that defense into offense. And they still have that full court press. And we're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to the Huskies.
Boy, I mean, I'll tell you, what an insane just momentum shift. I mean, we saw Fredonia get in the hot hand. Now Olean's starting to get back into it.
Nick Creeley comes in for the first time for the Hillbillies. He'll replace Reading.
And these are what these games are all about. I mean, it's about who's going to get the hot hand, and it all takes is one moment, just one moment to change it all the way around. And obviously for Olean, just came into that one turnover.
Minute and a half left in the third. James to Brooks. Nice dribble move there. Looked like Creeley got a piece of that. Now Gullo up to Whitfield. He slows it down, gives it back to Gullo. Putney to Creeley. Schrader to Gullo. Now Whitfield. Drives in on James. Nice spin move, and he gets stripped. Loose ball again, and who's going to come up with it? Jump ball.
Oh, you got to call it.
And it'll be staying
ball.
here, yeah.
Wow.
Getting rowdy here in the gym.
Well, I mean, James just got frustrated on that one. He was just swinging that ball away.
Gullo comes back out, and Ribby replaces him. And Jacare McLean replaces Daniel Klein. Minute and 5 seconds left, 42-37. Creeley in the corner, back out to Schrader. This is Ribby now. Spin move, puts up a tough shot. And he gets it to drop. Tough shot there from Caleb Ribby.
Yeah, he didn't really make a whole. Doesn't have a whole lot of points here tonight, but when the two shots that he's made them, they were contested. Just great concentration by Ribby.
Whitfield on James. He crosses him up, loses it, but gets it back. 17 on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock. McLean puts up the three. Too strong. Putney on with the rebound. Whitfield brings it up.
Fredonia's got a hold.
Yeah, Fredonia can hold here. 19 seconds left. Out to Schrader. To Putney. Putney drives in, puts up a tough shot.
Oh, man.
And it's good again. Tyler Putney really coming alive here in the third quarter.
Use your long arms to your advantage. That's exactly what Tyler Putney did. What a block.
And he does on the defensive end, too. And the three-point shot is good, but it was a second too late.
Does not count. My goodness. What a change in momentum.
Yeah, so at the end of three, we have a score of 42-41. So
this is a lot to transpire here.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, both teams played a lot better that quarter.
Oh, 100%. This was maybe the most perfect game, perfect quarter for both teams. Fredonia, I thought, really came out strong. They had the momentum when they needed it to, and of course, most of them came from a couple threes by Tyler Putney there, as he went 4 for 4, actually 4 for 5 at the three-point line through this quarter alone, and he really got the team going a little bit here.
So Putney has 21 to lead the Hillbillies, and the next leading scorer is Nick Whitfield with 6. And then on the other side, Covey James has 15 for the Huskies, and Jason Brooks has 11.
It's been more well-balanced. I mean, it's just incredible.
So, like we were saying earlier, they listened to both of our adjustments. They started hitting the threes, and they started working it inside more.
And they also added something that we didn't even talk about. It's just adding more of a high-tempo offense to their game, and it's definitely worked out for them, for sure. I mean, we've seen a total difference. And I mean, like I said, if you allow Olean to really get set on defense, I mean, it's going to be very hard to score a basket against them. But if you go more of a high-tempo offense and get more one-on-one looks, well, then you might have a better chance.
Now, the one thing Fredonia still needs to clean up is the turnovers, as they have been a little sloppy. But, I mean, Olean has been too.
As Jason Brooks just made another three here. I mean, that was incredible.
Oh, no, that was a jumper. So that was a 2. So 44-41, ball goes out of bounds. And we'll be staying with Fredonia.
Well, one of the things, too, is that, Olean's very quick with the basketball. They got all their players are very fast, very elusive. So Fredonia's got to be a little bit more disciplined and just focus on their body. Do not focus on where the ball is or on their eyes. You got to focus on the body, because that'll tell you everything about what they're about to do.
Ribby now to Whitfield. Drives in, and he's going to the line for 2.
This is what Nick Whitfield really needs to do here. He's got to, when he's attacking the basket, just drawing those fouls. Try to go up, because at most you're going to get called on a defensive foul. And even if it's on the ground, you're building it up for a bonus into the second half, like later on in the fourth quarter, which might come in handy for you.
First free throw is good from Whitfield.
So that's foul's gonna be on Covey James, and that's gonna be his second foul.
And Whitfield makes the second one. 44-43.
Did he make it? He made his first one, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he's got 8.
Brooks pulls up again. Another elbow jumper for Jason Brooks.
He's got 15 now.
Now Whitfield comes up with speed, puts on the brakes, out to Schrader. Schrader stops, now tries to dump it down low, but turns it over, and here's McLean. And they're going to get Nick Creeley on the foul. Creeley is a 6'3" sophomore. And we're not used to seeing him in this position, so looked like Coach Bertrand wanted to go with a different look here in the late part of the third quarter and early fourth.
Well, he took Patrick Green off, and it looked like he wasn't having the best of his games here today. And I think that's one of the things that, when you do that, you just got to make sure as a coach, if it's not working right, you got to take him off. As McLean hits his first free throw.
Yeah. And Creeley will come back out, or Gullo will come back in as Creeley exits. Second free throw is good. Gullo over to Schrader.
Oh,
and
too bad.
Tried to get it to Putney, but Olean's there to get it, and this is McLean now. Brooks drives in with speed. Scoop layup is good. Jason Brooks really coming alive here.
Well, I don't know what Nick Whitfield was doing. He took his eyes off where the ball was to try to focus on his man, and because of that, Brooks just went right past him.
Whitfield drives in, puts up the shot, and it rolls around and in. And Fredonia will call it 30-second timeout.
Right now you got 5. You're down by 5. It's only 6:17 left to go. You still got plenty of time, but again, you got it. This is where defense is going to really win this game here for you. So if you're Fredonia, you got to be more focused. You got to pay attention to where the ball is, and maybe not so much focus on where your man is, on just more focus on where the ball is going, because that could dictate how they're going to attack the game. And just like we saw there, Jason Brooks had an open lane, and Nick Whitfield was the nearest guy there, and he had his back turned to him, and because of that, Brooks had an open layup.
And Brooks, like I said, he's really come alive here in the second half.
He's definitely gotten the hot hand, and a lot of his shots have come from mid-range, and he's been hitting it from the soft part of the Fredonia zone defense. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You got to find the weak spot of the zone, and you got to capitalize on it. That's what Olean's been really doing so well. I mean, they've just been on tonight. This has been probably one of their most perfect games.
And Brooks has that ability to just explode to the basket.
He's got the elusiveness. He's got quick feet. Most importantly, his ball handling skills are amazing too.
He has it here with Ribby on him. Now he finds number 3, Zion James, back out to Covey James. James drives in, puts up the shot. No good. Klein's there on the offensive rebound, and he puts it back up and in.
There's that one thing too. As the ball goes out of bounds to be Fredonia's ball, it's good out on Zion James. Klein's has been in the right place at the right time. All of his baskets have come into where it was just off the second chances.
Schrader back out to Gullo. Over to Whitfield. Putney, he'll try a corner three. Puts it in again.
Oh, man.
52-48.
He's got 24 on the night. 5 for 6 at the three-point line in the second half.
James drives in. And good defensive presence there from Whitfield. And did he say it's going to Fredonia?
Be Fredonia ball.
Okay, yeah, so it'll be Fredonia's ball. 5:18 left.
Great job by Nick Whitfield, acknowledging, being aware where the ball is going to be, and just defending the basket.
Schrader at the top of the key, gives it to Gullo. Now to Whitfield.
Whitfield's got he's got the point here.
Now Ribby, he'll try a corner three.
Oh!
Nothing but net. Caleb Ribby gets it back to a 1-point game. And Fredonia will call another 30-second timeout.
Unbelievable. Rigby was left wide open. Here's what happened on that play. Nick Whitfield was going on. He had one-on-one against Daniel Klein. Now, from there, I thought Whitfield was going to attack the basket because he had the one-on-one. He had the advantage. I would say, Whitfield's got the advantage over Klein. What happened was, you saw Kobe James, who was guarding Rigby on the outside of the corner. Then, from there, he stepped up and was guarding Whitfield. So that allowed Whitfield to pass it, just kick it back out to where Rigby was. And from there, he had enough time to set himself up and shoot that ball, in which case went in. Perfect. It was a perfect setup play there. And this is what I've been talking about. You got to be able to set it up. And I think for Fredonia's cases, if you drive the ball a little bit more, you're going to suck in that Olean defense, to which you can capitalize on hitting those threes. I've been criticizing that a lot lately, in the first half with the threes because it hasn't been working well. But right now they have been having a hot hand. So I'm saying, do what's working right now and just keep hitting threes until you stop making them.
Yeah, as long as they're open.
As long as they're open. Don't force
obviously
it.
Don't force anything. Yep. But I really like Fredonia's game plan here in the second half. They're taking the threes. They're confident in their three-point abilities when the Olean gives it to them, and when they don't, they're not forcing them. They're driving in and getting points in the paint.
Well, one of the things is, the difference between the first half and the second half is the first half, Fredonia's had the time, but they just couldn't react to it quick enough because Olean was going to be sitting right there. But now that they're sucking in the defense more, they're having more time.
Kobe James now puts up the floater, and it's good.
Can't do anything on that one there. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't know what that call was.
I don't know either. He was talking to Kobe James there's a play. I think because there's been a lot of chipping going around between both these teams, so they thought they caught him on the act again. And I'm not sure. I don't know if they were to try to call a technical foul or what.
Schrader brings it up for the Hillbillies. Over to Ribby. Back to Schrader.
Miscommunication. You got to move. You got two guys in one spot. You got to move.
Feeds it down low to Whitfield. Whitfield spins around. Now kicks it back out to Schrader. Now finds Putney. 8 seconds. Whitfield. Over to Ribby, down low to Gullo. Puts up the shot, no good. And fight for the loose ball. We're going to have another jump ball.
There you go, jump ball. It's going to be sticking with Olean here. No, Fredonia ball.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the possession arrow is on Fredonia's side. So good hustle there from both teams.
Yeah, exactly. That just saved another possession for Fredonia.
Exactly 4 minutes left. 3-point game here in the fourth quarter. Schrader getting double teamed up top. He finds Putney. He tries the three again. A little too far to the left. Whitfield gets it back. Muscles his way through, but loses it. And it'll be staying here once again.
Boy, what a hard-fought game this has been.
Another Fredonia Olean classic. Like you said, just like the kind of similar of the 2016 game.
Oh, without a doubt.
Turnover there from Fredonia. Here comes McLean. Hard foul there from Schrader, and he'll be going to the line for 2.
I like that move by Schrader a lot. I think that he's not going to he's going to put him on the charity strike, and a good chance that where he can either miss both of them or even just hit one of them, and that still puts you still in the game.
Yeah, if you're going to foul hard enough where he can't make the shot, and that's exactly what he did. Because I don't know how many times I see as the first one rolls in and out. I don't know how many times I see guys at no matter what level, they just pick up a cheap foul, and it's not hard enough to prevent them from scoring, and then they get the N1.
Exactly.
And then, what could have been 0 points turns into 3.
Unfortunately enough for Fredonia, he just hits 1 out of 2. So that helped. I mean, that still helps him a lot. So you're still looking at a 4-point game, 3:41 left to go. I mean, this is still a ball game. So I mean, they haven't pulled away yet. So they're gonna have to tighten. Olean still have to tighten it up here. And Fredonia all they have to do is just get a couple quick baskets. They don't have to force anything. Hit a basket, get back on defense, force a turnover, and then you're back into this game.
A lot of time left. A lot of time. 3:41. 55-51 is the score.
Rigby's got to move.
Gullo gets it right at the half-court line. Now Ribby, corner 3. Just a little short. Putney with the offensive rebound. Falls right to Gullo. Now out to Ribby. Another 3. It's good!
What?
And he falls down. No foul. But he puts it in again. 55-54.
Unbelievable. So he misses the open one, but he hits the contested one. I'll tell you what, a lot of his shots tonight have been contested, and he's made them.
Crowd back into it now. Deep 3 from Brooks. That one's short. McLean gets it back. His shot is short. Putney. Gullo. Up to Ribby. And his feet were going a little too quick there.
You want to know the funny part was? I mean, this ref kind of really made it really dramatic. Like, he delayed the call a little bit. So he blew the whistle, and then he slowly started making the travel call and made it dramatic. Saying, what's this guy going to call? What is he going to call? Travel.
So Olean gets it back. Brooks at the top. Now over to Zion James.
There it is.
Down low, but Fredonia picks this one off. Schrader. Out to Putney. Back to Schrader. 2.5 left. Schrader over to Ribby. Now Putney. Thought about that 3. Now gives it to Whitfield. Schrader. 15 seconds left. Now over to Putney. He'll take the 3 this time, and he puts it in again. Tyler Putney gives Fredonia the lead, 57-55.
6 for 8 on the 3-point line in the second half. What an amazing turnaround for him.
27 now for Putney. 2 minutes left. Olean working the ball around. Here's James. His 3 rolls in and out. Whitfield with the rebound. Fredonia turns it over. Loose ball. Ribby gets it and calls a timeout. Are they going to give it to him?
No, he called a timeout. He called it. There it is.
They are going to give it to him. Okay. Great hustle there from Caleb Ribby.
Called it just in time, too. As soon as he didn't even have full possession of the ball. Like it was like really right next to him. And as soon as he got it, he called a timeout.
Heads up play from Caleb Ribby. So Fredonia will have the ball after we return from the timeout. So 57-55.
With 1:49 left to go, if I'm Fredonia right here, again, nothing fancy, kill the clock, and just try to get a basket as much as you can. Because right now you're going to be you're at the close of the stage where Olean's going to start fouling you a little bit, and they got a couple They have a couple fouls to give.
Well, so I'm not playing the foul game yet. That's
well. No, I'm just saying, but
left.
You're getting close to it. So,
yeah.
So if you're Fredonia right now, you have to kill as much clock right now. So let's look at the clock right here. The difference between the shot clock and the game clock. You have about 1:49:31. So
18 seconds.
About 18 seconds. I'm not really good at my math, as you can tell. So you have 18 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So you wasted enough time to get the clock down.
You're staring at about a minute 10, minute 5 by the time they bring the ball up.
So, and all you need to do is either draw in a foul, you hit maybe 1 out of your 2, you're up by 3. Olean's going to hustle down the court at that point. So they're going to try to do whatever they can. They try to come away with a quick basket. From there, Fredonia's going to come away with it. Olean's going to try to go in the foul game. They don't make this. They don't make a basket.
Here we go. Ribby into Schrader.
Nope. Bad
and he
move.
turns it over, and here comes Klein. He puts it up, no good. Brooks with the offensive rebound. He tries to feed it back down to Klein and turns it over. Now Fredonia turns it over.
Oh,
whoa, wow. Going for a little piggyback right there.
There you go. Man, jumped on his back.
Bodies flying all over.
It's going to be a foul on Fredonia here. I mean, it was a clear foul.
So what do we have? A turnover from Fredonia, a turnover from Olean, then a turnover from Olean or Fredonia again. So when it's all said and done, Olean ball, 1:28 left.
He was trying to make his case of why he should have gotten the foul, but I mean that was a clear foul. It was a clear foul by Gullo.
The student section is on their feet. Starting the defense chant. And Olean will call a timeout. That was, once again, Tim Kolasinski is the coach for Olean in the first year since Jeff Anastasia retired.
Yeah, it's the first year that we actually had to look down at the coach's name. It's like, oh, hey, who is this guy?
Yeah. 1:23 left, Olean ball, 57-55. Once again, Tyler Putney red hot here in the second half. 6 of 8 from behind the arc for a game-high 27 points.
I mean, it's incredible. This might be one of his career highs, too. I'm not sure. We'll have to.
Well, no, he had 40 a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's right, he did. I forgot about that.
So
it's close.
Once again, Putney came into tonight's contest averaging 15.4 points.
I mean, that average is about to jump completely.
Yeah.
After the way that he's been performing lately, oh man. He's only a sophomore too.
No, he's a junior. Whitfield's a sophomore.
Whitfield's a sophomore. Okay. You know, and that's the thing too. Like Putney's a junior. He's still got 1 more year, and he's still got another year of him developing. So I think next year is where we're going to start to see. I mean, Putney really take over. But right now, it's been a fun ride for him.
Well, both teams are pretty young. I mean, Fredonia has 4 seniors, Olean has 3. So here we go. Klein in the corner, down low to James.
Jump ball, there we go.
A jump ball staying here with Olean.
Very close call there. Kobe James does not like that play, but I thought that was a good, accurate call. They were making play on the ball first, and I saw Kobe James kind of slip up a little bit. It was a good call.
Klein into Zion James. Now to McLean. To Kobe James. Step back jumper. Off the mark. Whitfield with the rebound.
That's right. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just take it. Let them
use all 30 seconds now. Yep.
Exactly. Nice
Whitfield
move.
Crosses up his defender. Schrader dribbling around. Putney tries another 3.
Oh!
It's good.
Oh, why not?
Tyler Putney for 30.
Why not?
Gives Fredonia a 5-point lead.
Why not? I mean, come on. At this point, he's just showing up. I mean, 7 for 9 in the second half. I mean, it's just incredible. And
yeah.
no, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of watching this whole Fredonia faithful here.
They got the music going, everything.
It's incredible. I mean,
so Tyler Putney has 23 this half, correct?
He has 23 this half alone. And in the start of the second, going into halftime, he only had 6, mind you. He only had 6 points in the at halftime.
7, but yeah.
7. Yeah. Well, same 7 points. I'm not like it does, either way. Like he came into this half and he's
23.
He put the team on his back here tonight in the second half here.
Well, there's still a lot of time left though. 51.3 seconds.
But now this makes it interesting here for Olean, because now you're down by 5 points, where compared to it before, you were only down by 2. So now you're going to have to with 51.3 seconds left to go in the game, and 35 seconds on the shot clock. This makes it very interesting for Olean, because you're going to have to score. You're going to have to make a quick basket, and when you do that, you're going to. If you can't do that, then you're wasting almost 20 seconds left on the clock. So you're going to have to shoot a basket first. So you got to put it in the hands of Kobe James. Oh, now he's going to call a foul on Schrader. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Alex Schrader. Fredonia fans are letting them hear it now.
So I don't even know what the foul was called on.
Yeah, I didn't see what Schrader did. Brooks brings it over the line, dribbles in, and is that Schrader, I think?
No, it's gonna be on Brooks. Oh, no, it's gonna be a Schrader again.
So that'll be Fredonia's 7th foul, and Brooks, so that'll be Schrader's 3rd. So Brooks will be at the line. So obviously these two are huge, because if he makes both, Olean does not have to foul. They can just play straight up defense, force a stop. Okay, it was a 1-and-1, and he missed. And it comes right back to James. Now Brooks puts up the 3.
Oh, man.
Off the mark.
Didn't have to do that. Now you go.
And Putney.
And now the shot clock is off.
Not going to the line yet. They're not in the bonus.
Well, right now the shot clock is off. 31.5 seconds to go. Fredonia's got to get the possession here. And now Olean's going to try to do it for a quick foul.
Gullo gets it.
Yep, there you
and
go.
he is fouled.
So now it's good. One more foul, and that's going to put Fredonia in the bonus.
Only the 5th foul for Olean.
And this is going to be on Zion James. This is going to be his 3rd. One more foul is going to put Fredonia in the bonus.
29.6 seconds left.
They started singing the chant right now, and I'll tell you what, it's not over yet. It's 29.6 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Fredonia's going to have to make their free throws once they finally do get in the bonus. And they're going to have to. Oh, I was going to say they're going to have to get it in cleanly, and they do not. So.
You see what I mean, though, with the ref here? He was making a dramatic appearance on this one. Like he flags it, and then he was just like, he pauses a little bit just to create the tension, and then he makes the call.
Well, Olean for sure needs a bucket here. James drives in, gets blocked from Ribby. Olean will get a second chance, and now some extracurricular activity under the hoop.
Caleb Rigby coming in clutch again. James was not happy about that. I'll tell you what, James has been the best player so far. I mean, he's been one of the best players for Olean today, and he's made the plays, but this time Fredonia makes it happen.
Schrader tips that one out of bounds. So obviously Olean needs a basket here, something quick, and then get Fredonia. Okay, so we're going to have a timeout. Tim Kolasinski calls time. So 23.7 seconds left. Obviously, you need a bucket here. Quick two.
Yeah.
I mean, if the 3's there, take it, but don't force a 3, because say they make a 2, 60 to 57. Obviously there's no shot clocks. They're gonna have to follow Fredonia, hope that they miss, and from here on out it's just a foul game. But
exactly,
everything starts. You gotta inbound it cleanly and get a bucket here.
Yeah, I mean for sure. Like I said, when you come, because Fredonia's gonna put the press on you underneath the basket. So you're not going to have enough time to kick it back out and hit that quick 3. So you got to have to take the 2 when you can get it. From there, you go into the full court press. Hopefully that Fredonia is going to make a turnover, into which case Olean has done a terrific job stopping them, or forcing a turnover off the full court press. And then when you do that, you're still going to have enough time to hit a 3 to tie the game up. So that's how you're going to play it. This is how they're going to play it out. They're going to at least force overtime. But everything's going to have to execute for a point. So you've got to go for the quick 2.
Well, we'll see what Kolosinski drew up there. You know, you gotta believe that they're gonna try getting the ball to Covey James here. Their leading scorer averaging 22 a game.
I don't know. I think I would go for. I think they might go for Jason Brooks here. He's had the hot hand in the second half.
And they do try to find it to James, but they turn it over. And now Gullo has it and gets fouled just before he gives it up to Putney. 19 seconds left.
Right now, Fredonia actually put the pressure on Olean, and it paid off for them. It was clear that they were trying to go to Covey James, and because of that, it was 2 led on, and Rigby was right, Schrader was right there.
19 seconds left, 60-55.
There it is.
Gullo gets it.
Just hold it.
Gonna get fouled immediately. And there it is. So he will be going to the line now.
And honestly, one basket here it puts I mean, that would be game. If Fredonia
2 free throws, it's a 3-possession game.
And even,
but it's a 1-on-1.
Even if they just make one, I mean that puts Fredonia or Olean in a tough position because now they're going to have to make 2 threes. There's one.
61-55. Gullo's second free throw. Rolls in. 62-55. 15 seconds left. Brooks to James. Corner 3.
Nope.
In and out. McLean puts it up.
Nope.
No good, and that should
it.
do it. Schrader with the rebound, and he will be going to the line. 7.8 seconds left. Fredonia has a 7-point lead.
Fredonia really stepped it up here in the second half. I mean, they were very flat in the first, and it looked like Olean was just going to run away with this game, and the momentum shifted once Tyler Putney hit those threes, and you could see this whole different team, this confidence in team.
Schrader's off the mark on the free throw attempt. Now James turns it over.
That's it.
That will do it as the Hillbillies come out of here with a huge victory over Olean and sweep the Huskies for, I believe, the first time in a while.
It's definitely been a while for sure. I mean, for a while we never really seen a Fredonia team winning against Olean more than once, if anything. And really, Olean's had the upper hand, but tonight, this year, it's been the Fredonia show. I mean, what an incredible performance! What a incredible improvement in the second half.
So Olean drops to 10-6, and Fredonia improves to 11-4. So obviously a huge win for Fredonia, who hasn't played since a week ago tonight when they lost to Allegheny Limestone, another real tough team. So,
and I think in all reality, this team really focused. This team really corrected the mistakes. And when you looked at Allegheny Limestone, they were a team that, they focused on the defense, and Olean's kind of the same way. So this was definitely a bounce back game for Fredonia, and just what an incredible way to finish strong towards the second half. I mean, just complete back and forth. I mean, Tyler Putney really, really stole the show here tonight.
Yeah, it was a Tyler Putney show in the second half here for sure. What did he finish with, 30?
He finished with 30 points, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 points here today, and 7 for 9 on the three-point line in the second half alone. And that's just incredible.
And I believe he had 2 threes in the first half.
So that would be 9.
He had 8?
He had
8 threes,
30 points.
Okay, we just got word, yep.
So that's 8 for 11, I believe, because I think he missed one too in the second.
He was pretty cold in the first half, actually.
He was pretty cold in the first half.
So
I don't think he took that many threes. Either way, he had.
So 24 points from the 3-ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, just an incredible performance. I mean, I don't know. You can't make this stuff up. That was just, he was locked in. And I don't know what Nick Petrando said, but it worked.
Well, at the end of one, Olean led 16-10. At the end of two, Olean led 26-21. At the end of three, Fredonia just kept chipping away, 42-41. And when it was all said and done, Fredonia took this one 62-55. So yeah, like you said, a lot of halftime adjustments for the Hillbillies, as you know, they really just did pretty much what we were saying at halftime. You know, they tightened up on defense, and they were just more aggressive. They still turned the ball over, but luckily for them, Olean turned the ball over just as much, so that kind of evened out. And then on the offensive side, they started working the ball more down low, and they weren't forcing the three. They were taking it. They were taking what's given to them.
You know what?
And then they got hot by doing that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what really worked out for them that didn't work out well in the first half is, like I said, they had the three open. They've had the three-point line open all throughout the first half. But the problem with that is that Olean was still there waiting for them. So even if Fredonia was going to take the shot, Olean was right there to make it a contested. So Fredonia couldn't rebound back to them. So now what we did see in the second half compared to the first, in the second half, we've seen this Fredonia offense literally use Nick Whitfield and Tyler Putney on some occasions as bait. And when they did that, they sucked in the defense. They sucked in the entire Olean defense, thinking that they were going to try to go for a two-pointer, kicked it back out for the three, and that gave Fredonia enough time to hit the three-point line. And that was just, in a way, and it worked out to perfection for them. And then in the case after that, they started focusing more on a fast break offense, to where they were gaining more one-on-one looks, and from there, that's when they were winning. So I think that's exactly what they did well in the second half, compared to what wasn't working for them in the first half.
Well, to wrap up the individual stats now, Alex Schrader finished with 4, Caleb Ribby with 10, Nick Whitfield with 10, and Tyler Putney with 30 to lead the way for Fredonia. So a week and a half ago, he has 40. Tonight, he has 30. And I don't remember exactly how much he had against Allegheny Limestone, but in 3 games, he's right around 80 points.
Doesn't matter. I think we're starting to see a Tyler Putney where a more confident Tyler Putney, where he's starting to groom into what he truly is as a basketball player. And I've said this multiple times since covering since he's been on the varsity team. The best is yet to come for Tyler Putney. I think we're starting to see the best. We're starting closer to see him hit that point where he could be the best. Well,
he's heating up at the right time, as playoffs are right around the corner here.
We got 1 month left to go. Well, actually, not even a month. We have about a week and a half left to go in the regular season before we're going to start picking the playoffs. And you're right. I mean, this is going to start coming down to crunch time. And if there's any point for him to get hot, it's going to be now, because they're going to need it for sure. And when you're going against teams up in Buff State or wherever that may be, you're going to need the points to come by. And Fredonia is coming in hot now.
Well, they return to action Monday at Dunkirk, so huge game there.
Yeah, we'll be covering that game on Monday. I believe me and Greg Larson on WDOE will be covering that game. So that's going to be another huge game.
And Douglas
still trying to figure that out. Still trying to figure out their identity too.
Yeah, so I believe you guys will be on DOE, and Greg Krause and I will be on public access in Dunkirk for that one. And then on February 6th, Fredonia is home against Chautauqua Lake. February 11th, away at Southwestern. February 13th, home against Buffalo Science. And they wrap things up February 15th, home against Kenmore West. So, once again, Fredonia improves to 11-4 behind 30 points from Tyler Putney, and will next play in Dunkirk on Monday night.
It's going to be a very, very. It's good. It's come down to very winnable games here for Fredonia, so their schedule might be a little bit better. And when it comes to that, it's going to help them with the playoff seeding as well. So we can start to see it a little bit more on home court.
Well, I think that will about wrap it up here from Fredonia. Once again, I'm Kevin Syracuse with Kevin Liddell. Thanks to Chip and to Crescenzo Fano for helping us out with the camera tonight. Fredonia takes this one 62-55. Have a great evening.